And we got a few messages on Twitter, and it's probably one of the greatest things after a crazy game like that. People are immediately tweeting us saying, I can't wait for fuck's sake this week. I can't wait to hear what they're going to say. And that's one of the best things you can read. I love reading that shit, and gets me excited to record the pod. But it also places a lot of pressure on me, because I need to do this game justice. I need to explain this game and do this game justice. And when I was thinking about the game, I kind of thought there was so much going on, and it was such a crazy, wonderful game. It was almost like a work of art in a way. So I put together this little package before we discuss the game. This is my summation of Melbourne victory versus Central Coast last night. It was Sunday night at 6 p.m. and the Melbourne Victory were in Gosford on the back of a 2-game winning streak, their longest of the season so far, and looking to make it 3 against a dire Central Coast team. The VUC went into the game unchanged from last week's domination of Newcastle. Even without Ola Toivonen, the team last week were more fluid in attack, and it felt like we were finally about to click into gear. The Mariners were no threat whatsoever. And the game started as we expected, with the victory in fine form. There were chances aplenty in the opening moments, and it only took 8 minutes before the Central Coast defence could stand no more. The VUC were on the score sheet through Christian Dobris. Cometh the moment, cometh the man. He's had to endure a week of social media pressure to be given the boot in order to free up a visa spot to sign Marco Rojas. Kiki, as he's known by our loving fan base, stuck it right up every single last one of us. Each shuck a shake of his hand in celebration, a dagger into Buds' heart. Dobbs was here to fucking stay. The dominance after the goal continued. Jakob Poulsen looked lively, almost scoring a blinder. If ever there was a day for Elvis Kempsober to finally score a fucking goal, this would surely be it, right? The dominance did not amount to anything more than a few squandered chances, and as sure as the sun rising in the morning, you can rely on this victory side to cough up a lead. And just before halftime, it was level again. A silly bash at turnover and slow transition to defence led to a Central Coast goal, and all of our dominance was for 0. The Mariners would continue to push in the second half, scoring a goal disallowed by VAR. Finally, some luck for the VUC, but they were getting on top, and suddenly it became a war of attrition for the victory. And then, out of nowhere, Adama Traore mishits a cross that bounces off the bar onto the foot of a Mariner and into the back of the net. Victory were back in front. We didn't deserve it, but for a second it looked like we might get out of here, somehow, with 3 points. But then, Matt Simon happened. The chief A-League antagonist, the pest of all pests, came on at the 63-minute mark and changed the game. After a denied shout for a penalty, injury time would see it all kick off. A penalty given by VAR due to a James Donachie handball. Simon put it away with ease. Victory had coughed up 2 points, and frustration was evident among the players. Earlier in the game, Andrew Naboo berated Kenny Athiu, which would ordinarily be a huge talking point, but it's only like the 6th or 7th most interesting thing that happened in this game. After Simon's first goal, Adama Traore decided that he had had enough and started a near all-in brawl with Simon. But the game was still going, and the victory still had more coughing up to do. In the dying stages of injury time, another VAR decision goes against us. Matt Simon steps up to the spot again and slots it home again. Make that 3 points lost. And it would be distressing if it wasn't so fucking poetic. The 4th time a victory team this year has given up a lead. A team full of underachievers and meme fodder, this season's incarnation of victory is going to go down as one of the stupidest, and I can't wait for it to be over. But this game was beautiful. It was peak A-League in every sense of the term. It was a Renaissance painting that will one day be hung in a museum, and people will come far and wide just to wait in lines for a glimpse at a masterpiece.